We talked tonight about playing a real sound two-way game, but we needed to become a more physical team, especially going into the second half. And points are going to be real difficult to get. You need to wear teams down, and I thought the guys did a really good job of that tonight.
Yeah. How about what was got some goals? I'm impressed with how you guys are around the net more than I've seen.
Yeah. Well,
maybe any other team that I can remember.
Well, yeah, we talk about it every day in practice. Yeah. Our pregame meetings. We're always talking about funneling bodies and pucks to the net. Teams are so good, without the puck and clogging up the middle. You can't get too fancy. So the guys have bought into doing it. We're having some success doing it, and that's the way you got to play when you head into the playoffs. So we really said we need to tighten up our details in the second half of the season, and tonight was a good start for that.
How about defensively? Were you happy with?
Yeah. I mean, we gave them some chances in the slot area, but Ellis comes up big for us when we need him to. But defensively, I thought we were a lot tighter. Our wingers were shutting down the seams on the strong side, and I thought our weak side forward did a good job clogging the slot up on a fairly consistent basis. So it's the little details that we keep talking about that is going to win us some games.
Are you aware of kind of the misery that the Stars have inflicted on the Rampage in the past, or was that?
No, well, the misery that was inflicted on us before was well deserved. I mean, the Stars had a real good team last year. They won the Calder Cup for a reason. Yeah. And you know what? We learned an awful lot in those games on how you need to play, and we talked about how you need to play a lot after the games last year when we would play them, and being a physical team, being smart. I'm not talking about fighting. I'm talking about finishing your checks, playing inside, playing smart. When you hear the whistle, stop. We don't need guys brawling, and we're not looking for that. But we are looking for guys to compete at a real high level and win a lot of loose puck battles.
I think Alex is going to be replace Butler.
The All-Star game, yeah.
Is that right? Is that deserved in your?
Yeah, we had a lot of guys that could have gone. Kampfer certainly could have been a candidate. Alex has really changed his game quite a bit, came into camp this year in tremendous shape. So I think it's a great experience for him. It's going to help his development.
What did he need to do differently that he's been doing this year?
This year he's just more assertive. Like tonight he was very physical in areas of the ice he needed to be, and I think he's starting to move the puck. He could still move the puck a little bit quicker, but he's doing a much better job. So when you're a defenseman, you're a young defenseman, it takes time to develop, and he has taken some steps forward where at some point he'll be a Florida Panther. But can't be in a rush. You got to take care of business here first before you can go up there and become a full-time guy.
Okay.
Knight scored his first goal tonight.
Yeah.
How has he been in terms of his transition here and the addition to the team?
He's been tremendous. I mean, he's such a smart player. I didn't know much about him, only coached against him 2 other games before he got here on the trade. And the things he does with the puck and the way he reads situations and, closes plays down is pretty impressive. But he fits in perfect in the locker room. Guys really enjoy having him here. So he's been a tremendous pickup for us.
Talk about Brickley for a minute. I think he's scoring more now
than
he did in college, for crying out loud.
Yeah, and that happens. Sometimes kids that come out of college just aren't made for the college game. He's definitely more of a pro-style player. He probably should have gone and played junior. But I know his mom and dad are big into education. They want him to stay home and get a college degree, which I thought was tremendous for him. He hasn't lost any time. Yeah. If anything, he's more mature, to come in. And I think he's positioning himself to be one of the guys that fights for a job in Florida next year. So he's had a great year. He still has some things to learn and things that he needs to do consistently, but he's having a real good season so far.
How does your game translate more to pros than that level? I mean,
well, at UVM where he played in Vermont, their ice rink is it's Olympic-sized sheet, I believe. Here it's not. Obviously, it's an NHL standard game or standard-sized rink. He just plays a very grinding, physical game. And Brian McCabe's a guy who deserves a lot of credit on that. He really pushed the organization to sign him, and he's been a tremendous, tremendous help to us this year. So he likes the pro game. He plays a physical brand, and that's the difference between here and the college level.
Okay.